What's up guys, welcome to another video. If you already saw the title, you might already know what we're gonna talk about. So in the virtual crisis event, which has only 12 days left, if you complete everything at max difficulty, you gain this title here, which is virtual vanquisher. And on the level that you complete, we already got it one last time, which was 120 max level, and this time it's 148, adding up to 37x4, 37 4, and that's like the max level 148. If you complete all of them, you get this title here. Let me show you. I already got it. So if you see here, change title, this one is the current one, virtual vanquisher level 148, and this one was the last one, virtual trailblazer. Last time was it was 120. Last time was a lot easier because this time the max difficulty is like 500% extra max HP. So today we'll go through all four of the stages and give you a little bit of tips to help you complete the levels hopefully. So if you didn't already play this event and planning to play it, basically complete all these levels, everything here to unlock all of these levels. You need to play it multiple times obviously to complete. So basically go through each of them one by one and keep completing until the max extreme difficulty at level 37, the highest extreme. So of course, in certain levels, you gain trial characters. If you see here, every level has some trial characters to help you through it. So if you on some level don't have a specific character, you can use the help of them. For example, for me, I used Brant and JG from trial. I don't have them to complete my teams and use them. So yeah, and so let's get through one by one. And I'll also here I have also pulled up my channel here. So here I already completed all of them in my four different videos. So I'll go through them each one by one on what I did and how I did it to hopefully show you, and you can also complete them. So basically, let's start from the easiest one, which is the Cartethyia one, which the enemy will be here Lorelei. This one is actually really easy because Cartethyia is just that good. Cartethyia has so much HP and it's like really hard to die with her. She can also heal on her ultimate attack. So basically, for the support module that you get, just use the ones that are recommended. You don't need to change them. I only changed it for one of them, I guess. So here I changed it for the Zani one, which was not really needed. Thought I needed to change it, but I shouldn't have because the other one is just as good. It's I didn't need to change it. I changed it with this one, which and then I used this one on the last one. So do not change it. You can only use them one time. They recommend the best ones for each one, so you don't need to go out of your way to change them. But yeah, let's get through it then. So for the stress modules that I use, the ones that you have options on this one, I went with this one. The first one, burst bubble deals 100% more damage because the other one have like your attack will be reduced by 80%, which is like not good. It dealing more damage is better because you can just dodge it and avoid it. If you and otherwise if it hits you by accident, you get like 80% damage reduction, 80% attack reduction. That's not good. So the other one is obviously better for me in my opinion. As for the ones that don't have any options to change, that we don't talk about them. Only for the ones that we have options for. This one, casting resonance skill, consumes 15% of resonance the current HP and reduces the resonance skill cooldown of 50%. And the other one is resonance skill cooldown is increased by 50%. So obviously, this one has a little bit of extra HP loss. So we went with this one because a little bit extra skill cooldown won't hurt because it did not hurt my rotations actually. So yeah, I like longer rotations here anyway because we need to dodge and stuff, and that extends the rotation anyway. And yeah, and of course we have unlimited time, so that's not an issue. Time is not an issue here. This one, enemy gain the following effect: Queen of Knights attack is increased by 10%, and this is stackable. Defeating an enemy grants nearby resident the team 80% damage bonus for 5 seconds. And the other one, enemy gain the following effect: Queen of the Knight defense is increased by 10%. This is attackable. Defeating enemy restores 50% of the resonator's max HP. I decided to go with this one because whenever we defeat any small enemy, we get more HP. And this one, their attack increase, their defense being increased is better than their attack being increased, in my opinion, because The defense being increased means you just need to hit more, and attack means you have more chance of dying. So yeah, that's how I thought about it. For this one, resonators or enemy hit by healing bubble have their attack increased by 15%, stacking up to 5 times. And the other one is resonators or enemies hit by a healing bubble have their defense increased by 12 by 15%, stacking up to 5 times. You can go with either of them, none of them matter actually. I went with the defense for more defensive. But yeah, as for the last one, this one is the main one. This one will like increase the enemy's max HP by 300, sorry, 500% and attack by 450%. That's like diabolical, right? So that's about the things I have selected. And as for the team, you do gain access to a premium team for free without having any characters. You can complete them with the trial characters as well. It's an unlimited time, right? So it's not really an issue. But for me, I do have a premium team, which is like I have Cartethyia and I have Ciaccona. I also use Sorekeeper, but you don't need Sorekeeper actually. You can use these three and get good results. Don't use the main team because MC's heal is worse than Verina. Verina will heal more, and more healing is better and more comfortable in modes like this, where you can take some damage by accident. Yeah, more healing is better, so that's why I use Sorekeeper. So let's get into the run and see how I did it. This one is one of the easier ones. So yeah, this one is the Cartethyia versus Lorelei one. Let's get into it. I'll not go through the entire thing because that would make the videos too long. I'll just show you the core things that I did here. So I start the event and get to it basically. Basically, you do the rotation. This one is actually really easy. You can, if you want, you can go each of the runs and check them out how I did it basically. You can go each of the, I will link the 4 videos in the description. As you can see, the Lorelei has like so many attacks, so make sure to dodge some of them at least, otherwise you will just die. The invisible bubbles is like sometimes hard to even see, but Cartethyia is really good, so it doesn't really matter that much. And of course, he heals at the end of this big turn, which is like nice. So we are already full HP, right? It's really nice. Just make sure to dodge time to time of the smaller enemies and stuff. And of course, Lorelei, big bubbles. Those bubbles attacks are actually dangerous. Of course, because this is like a fight, the bitrate is a bit low. You can see the quality is really low here. But if you are watching through this on another video, so the quality might be even worse. So make sure you go and check the video out if you want. The quality isn't that bad if you watch the video first, and the bitrate always gets lower when you like fight something in like any device normal. Whenever you get low, you have this option of, so here you can see I took a lot of damage, like 50% of my HP. That's like 20,000 damage I took. So whenever I get my max ultimate back, I can just use the ultimate and heal 50% of my HP, which is really comfortable. Yeah, that works out great, right? Yeah, those bubbles attacks, those like hit like a lot. So make sure to dodge these. These are like really dangerous for Lorelei. That's about it for Lorelei. That's all you need to like know, like avoid dying. Just avoid the bubble attacks and the small enemies. I don't hit that much, but avoid them as well. She herself doesn't hit that much often. Just the bubble attacks are the main dangerous part. So as that's why I said this fight is like was like my easiest than the other ones. Other ones are like you have more chance of dying. So we done it in like below 3 minutes. So this was my easiest fight basically. This one was not hard at all basically. That to the last. So yeah, let's get to the next one and get on with it. So the second one will be the who's the enemy here? I forgot. Okay, the monkey versus Carlotta. Okay. So for the monkey, this one is a bit tricky because For tip for this one is every time you see a smaller enemy, ignore the monkey and kill the smaller enemy provides him with a lot of healing and HP. So you will just never clear him if you do avoid the smaller HP. It's not possible. For Lorelei, it was different. You could ignore the enemy smaller enemies, but for Monkey, you have to kill the smaller enemies. There are also some other tricks that you can do. I'll show you in a bit. But make sure when you go through these modules, stress modules, you don't select any of the ones that heal him too much. Otherwise, it will be really hard. So for this one, the monkey pulls in resonators to close to itself. This one is better because you don't have to go to it then, and he will just pull you to towards, and knockback is like not bad, not like not good. Pulling towards the enemy is better than the getting knocked back, right? But this one, certain enemies are buffed. All other enemies nearby have their attack increased by 20%, and I select the defense because of course there's less chance of getting one shot, but you can select the any of the one you want. But keep in mind, you do have to kill the smaller ones. So maybe you can like get away with using the attack, so the enemies die faster. But I did go with the defense. And for this one, the monkey summons one shock stomps on the field for the first time. Its HP drops below 95%, 75%, 55%, 35%. The shock stomp deals damage to nearby resonators equal to 25% of their max HP every 15 seconds. As for this one just heals the monkey. The healing stumps restore other nearby enemies. So this one will heal the smaller enemies. So I decided to go with losing 20% of my HP anytime I go near it. So yeah, I don't want to heal any enemies. That's like worth. That's like waste of time. As for this one, the other one that I didn't select. Upon entering battle, all enemies except the monkey gain a shield equal to 50% of their max HP. This is on the start of the battle, and this one, upon entering battle, all enemies except the monkey gain shield equal to 30% of their max HP. When shielded, they gain 50% damage bonus. So I decided to go with this one because this one does not give the monkey a shield, and it's only the start of the battle, so it's all right, I guess. So, and the last one, of course, the main one, 500% max HP increase and 150% attack increase. So as you can see, I did not select any of the ones that heal the enemy. That's like really bad. But of course, there will be small enemies. So here, if you see these descriptions, these some of these enemies restores the monkey's HP. So make sure anytime you see any enemy on the field other than the monkey, target that one first. Otherwise he will just keep healing, and he will just keep extending the run, keep extending the run, and it will like take a lot of time. So make sure you follow the follow the small enemies around and kill them. So that's about it for the monkey. As for the team, I used, of course, I have the Carlotta and Sorekeeper. I do not have JG, so you can like use the. So they did give the premium team here. Of course, you can use Carlotta, JG, and Sorekeeper from here only. You don't need anything else. That's nice. You don't need to be like you don't need to have everyone to like play this game mode. Yeah, that's pretty good. Of course, you have unlimited time. As for the selector module, as I said, use the recommended ones. Change the changes there. So let's take a look at the run here and see how I did. So one was the monkey. Okay, this one is the Carlota and the monkey. Let's get into it. As you can see, it's a little bit longer. Yeah. Here, every time you see, I'll just spam my attacks towards the small enemies every time they appear. Of course, there's also another tech, by the way. Before you go into the monkey battle, make sure you have your grapple. You need the grapple actually. So if he does his big spinning attack with the big log, you need to fly, use the grapple and fly up. So to avoid all the damage. Otherwise, you have to keep dodging, which is like worse than doing flying. Make sure you don't have flight equipped, because you might be on rinasita flying all over. So you might have that one. So just select grapple before going to the fight. He's just wasting time right now, right? It's a little bit ahead. He broke here, but as you can see, he's broken. But I'm targeting the bear because I want to kill the smaller enemies at all cost. I don't want to heal the monkey at all. While the small enemies are there, he gains some kind of buffs on the different types from different enemies. So just kill the small ones, as I said. That's one small one there. I'm killing that one. Skip ahead a bit. You can go in check the individual videos out, of course. The runs aren't that long, only 10 minutes. The runs are not actually 10 minutes. I also include the builds and the end as well if you are curious about my builds. If you see there, each time a small enemy appears, I lock the target and I ignore the monkey. Basically, I just go all in on the smaller enemy. You see here, I have locked in on the small enemy and I'm completely ignoring the monkey. The monkey won't heal if you kill all of the small enemies, so it's like doesn't really matter. Just let him do his thing. Do your rotation on the small enemies. Keep doing it until all of them die, and then focus the monkey, and then just do the same thing again when another small enemy appears. That's basically it for the monkey. And you saw there, you saw there. Okay, that's the. I am glad I found that part. So whenever a monkey does that attack, just grapple and fly, just glide. That's about it. So, you see, he will start doing the big attack here. As soon as I saw that, I immediately jumped, I grappled, and I started flying. So whenever he does that attack, just make sure to do that. Otherwise, you might just die if you take like one hit or just don't take any risk. Make sure to keep the grapple on. So eventually, I just kill him like this. I just keep repeating the same stuff. Yeah. If you see, he did heal quite a lot there from like some. I do think he healed quite a lot. He had lower HP back then, but yeah, but just try to kill the small enemies as soon as possible. Otherwise, that happens. It he keeps like healing. I think so. That's why the run took. That's why I said this one is like this one was really annoying to deal with the healing and stuff. The healing was really annoying. Did she die or something? Yes, he did not die. He just died there. Yeah, so this run done as well. This took 7 minutes. It would have taken a lot shorter if the guy didn't heal, the monk didn't heal, right? So healing is really annoying. So the next one I believe is the hardest fight among all of them. I think the hardest one is number three, and the second hardest one is number two. Third hardest is number four, and number one is really easy. This one I believe to be the hardest. At least it was for me. Maybe because I did it the first, that's why I found it the hardest. This one is against the Fredalis, of course. Who could be the hardest boss, right? Yeah, let's take a look at the stress modules here. The ones that I didn't use is upon entering battle, resonators in the team gain shield equal to 20% of their max HP. When resonators aren't shielded, take damage equal to 2% of their max HP per second. So anytime you didn't have shield, you take damage. Obviously, that's not good. Can't maintain a shield throughout the fight. So I used this one upon entering battle. Resonators in the team gains shield equal to 20% of max HP. When enemies are shielded, they take less damage. So I used that one. Otherwise, I would have to endure max permanent damage loss. That's like bad. So next option is here. So upon entering battle, Ferdalis gains a shield equal to 50% of her max HP. Casting ultimate grants all resonators in the team 10% damage bonus against shielded enemies. This effect lasts for 10 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. And the other one is upon entering battle, Ferdalis gains a shield equal to 50% of her max HP. Casting ultimate grants all resonators in the team a shield equal to 10% of their max HP. So I used this one. This one is for more survivability. This fight is actually hard, so make sure you use this one actually. And for the next one, when resonators enter realm of resonance, Perdilis immediately gains a shield equal to 10% of her max HP. And next one is when resonators are in the realm of resonance, all resonators in the team take damage equal to 2% of their max HP each second. So this one is kind of alright because if you outside of the realm of resonance, you will take not take damage, so that's like better. Otherwise, you just gain shields for free. So yeah, taking a bit of damage is fine because you can just heal that up, right? And of course the last one is there. So, and as for the team, you have to use a zani team here. This one was kind of cool because if you do is decided to use Fraudilis, it will like selecting this resonators will greatly increase the difficulty. This one was kind of cool. You can't use this character against her. For the team, I used, of course, I have Zani, Phoebe, and Soulkeeper. I used this one, but you have free options as well. Just make sure you don't use the main character. Of course, Verena will heal more. That's why I recommend Verena. For these fights, like more healing is just better. It's just very simple, not better, right? And of course has some stuff here that does a lot of damage. You will see here. But yeah, just this run was really hard. Not gonna lie. So let's take a look at this one here. Take a look. So basically, for the tip that I want to give for this one, before you start the battle, just go to Phoebe and immediately switch the forms and wait a little bit. Wait a little bit for it to ramp up again so that you have smooth rotations, right? And of course, attack one time to gain this one. This one also has some music. So I'll just, I think, yeah, not really mute for the voice. So yeah, so do this one and wait a little bit and yeah, go to Zani. And for Zani, uh, just try to parry as much as possible outside of the ult and inside of the ultimate. Inside of the ultimate, especially use the skill, spam the skill, don't use the basic attack much. Before going into the combo, spam the skill every time to parry as much as possible. You see in this fight, I parry a lot. Otherwise, you'll just die. So I started the rotation here. And as you can see, as soon as I go to Zani and I go to the ultimate and I start parrying everything she throws at me. Sometimes I even wait to her later attack and I just keep using the skill to parry her attack basically. I wait here and I parry that as well and I parry and get on the combos. So just keep parrying with your skill, resonance skill. It has inbuilt parry mechanic. Is really helpful for this fight. Otherwise, just it's really hard to stay alive. She hits so much. She has so much passive attacks as well on ground attacks and stuff. Of course, in this run, actually, I actually die from by one character. I think Sorekeeper dies here, but we'll see later. Fight was actually hard. Maybe you would have a easier time, but I had a different. Let's skip through a little bit. Pretty much all of it is like same from here on out. I think Storekeeper might die here. Show you the death. How that happened. He just grabbed me out of nowhere, so I couldn't. What's the death? I think here might be. Yeah, it is here. So see, just see what happened here. So she's there. She's there. I am here. I cast my ultimate. She throws that attack. Okay, I get knocked back once. I dodge. I got knocked back by another attack. I am into the air. Now I'm getting targeted by her mid air, and yeah, this is like a QT for the boss, and I am dead here. So I couldn't even do anything there. I even tried to dodge, it didn't work. Yeah, that's unfortunate. And but she had really low HP, so I just finished the job by not damage with PV and Zani. Yeah, that was really scary after going that far on the hard fight, and of course I was trying 2 to 3 times here, multiple times. It was kind of annoying. I thought the run was cooked, but yeah, and ended up being successful. As you can see there, I keep pressing the skill to parry everything.